Hey friends, I'm gonna add some people. So I'm gonna try to send some invitations to some people. So give me just a second. Just go ahead and hop on. I'm just not saying anything for a minute. Let's see here. Okay, now I'm gonna put you in my little stand here. Maybe gonna fall. Hey ladies. Okay, I think we're good here. Are we good? Can you hear me okay? Is everything good? Drink some water. You know that like taste after you put on some lipstick? I got it. I got it. Okay. Thank you, Angela. Okay. So I'm gonna give everyone a few minutes to hop on because I'm a little early, and I did that intentionally so that I could just chit chat and get comfortable and get my mojo going. So yeah. I was gonna say I'll play some music and get us pumped, but then Facebook will take my video down and nobody will be able to see it, and that would be really sad. So I won't do that. Because I own zero rights to any music. Okay. It's going to be an awkward couple of minutes. There are 25 of you on. I'm super excited that you joined. Thanks for watching. If you hear beeping in the background, it's because I'm making a sweet potato and it's done. I didn't put that butterfly there, and I never thought about it, Terry, until you just said that. That Scentsy is all about butterflies and morphing into who you're meant to be. And I never thought about that. That was already there when I moved in a year and a half ago, and I just never took it off because, I don't know, it's just one of those things you don't think about. So I haven't taken it off, but now I'm going to leave it. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh, thanks for staying up late. I wanted to go live early. I normally would do like 9 o'clock because I know people go to bed or kids go to bed and all the other regions and whatnot. But since Heidi and Orville go live in a little over an hour, I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of time because let's be real, and no one's gonna watch me when they can watch Heidi and Orville. So, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So I'm gonna give everyone just a couple more minutes, about 3 minutes more to hop on. Also, if you could tell me, are these green or are they blue? Because when I put them on to match with this, I thought that they were green, but I think that they might be blue. I don't know. What do you think? I'm a little bit nervous. I don't tend to get nervous. Thanks, Terry. I get nervous, but not like super nervous. Slates. I don't know. So that's my little wall. I love it. Love that little wall over there. It's got like my favorite memories on it. And then in the middle, my friend Rachel Fields from the UK made me this adorable framed like award that says Superstar Director. And I cherish it so much. And it fits like perfect. It's like amazing. I love it so much. My sister-in-law just cleaned my office the other day, and she organized things and she put things in all these different places that are super wonderful. And it's made my life so much easier. My son just so happens to be hanging out with my parents this weekend, and I've gotten a lot done, so I'm really thrilled about that. One more minute, and then I will start. One more time. How my phone is charged should be. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start because people are already leaving because they think I'm just going to talk about random things. Okay, so my name is Sara Ford. I am a Superstar Director, and my team name is Warming Up with the Believers. So we used to be a different name, and then it was approved, and then I went to make shirts, and when I went to make shirts, they said that Warming Up with the Bardashians was too close to another very popular name, and they told me I couldn't use it. So we're Believers now, and I love it because it is so true. And believers and believing is so much about what I want to talk about today, that I think that you're really going to find kind of, you understand more than you think that you could. So the first question I have for you is, do you know who I am? Okay, I'm back, I think. Oh, am I still there? I hope so, because it like reconnected. So the first question I want to ask you is if you know who I am. And your answer is probably no. You don't know who I am, and that's okay, because that's what I want to talk about today. You might know who I am because we work together in this group, or I see some of my boot camp sisters on the call or on the live. But most of you probably don't know who I am. And I would say for 90% of consultants, that's true for them too. That nobody knows who they are. I mean, people know who they are, but you know what I mean? Like, they are not, they're not like the big name, if that's what you want to call it. And let me preface this with, this never take what I say to be like a bad thing. What I want to talk about today is how you can be a boss, but basic. And that is just really important to me. I've earned trips. I've done trainings for Scentsy, at Scentsy events. I am an SSD. I have a team of over 900, or group, I should say. I have a group of over 900. I have one downline Superstar Director. I have 5 frontline directors and a whole bunch of other generational directors. So my directors go down to 4th generation so far. So I'm at that point in my life where there are people on my team that I can't be paid on because they are so far down. And let me tell you, that's exciting. It's fun. It's an amazing process to watch someone be super excited about their business and to see them grow in a short period of time, in a long period of time, whatever it may be. To watch them flourish is amazing. Well, Steph, I hope that you're back for good now, and that you're still awake because it's 1 a.m. So how did I get here, and what did I learn? Well, I've learned a lot. So I I posted in the group earlier, and I said, and in that graphic, it said something along the lines of, I might not win, but I'll always learn. So you can either be a winner or you can be a learner. And so that's what I want you to take. That's like number one thing. I don't have bullets, but if I had bullets, I would tell you that that's like the number one thing I want you to write down, is that if you don't win, or you don't hit your goal, or you don't meet whatever expectation you set for yourself or someone else does, the most important thing that you can do is learn from it. Now, what I'm saying is very basic, right? It seems like something that we should know. But what do? We get inside of our head. I'm not even going to lie. I cried all day on Thursday because I was in my head about things that I had control over. So if you know anything about Enneagrams, which a lot of you probably do, and I hate talking about it because I don't like to be a follower. I like to play life on the opposite end of things, and if everyone's doing it, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be like everyone else, because I don't want to be that person, right? So I hated the Enneagram for a really long time. And then I started learning more about it, and now I know that I'm an Enneagram 6 and I'm a Wing 7. So Enneagram 6s, I'm not going to talk about this for a really long time, but Enneagram 6s tend to be a little more precautious. They're not quick to trust people. They tend to have to kind of scope things out. They're very much feelers. We like to have things planned and prepared, and make sure that everything is safe. So if I'm going on a trip, I want to make sure that the place I'm staying is super safe. I want to make sure that whatever transportation I'm using is safe. I want to make sure that everything is safe while I'm gone. So lots of things like that. And then the Wing 7 in me is the complete opposite. I like to fly by the seat of my pants. I'm super wishy-washy. I'm committed and I'm very loyal because of my 6, but I also don't like to make plans because I like to just be able to go and do. I don't want anyone to hold me back from what I want to do. I want to be my own. So this tends to create a problem for me when it comes to my business. So when I left my job, I don't even know how many years, 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I thought, I'm going to work for myself and it's going to be freaking amazing. My boss, she was, I want to be really nice, because I loved her. So Brittany might be a 6 Wing 7 too. So I wanted to be a lot like her, or I didn't want to be like her, but I liked her, and I liked her motivation and her passion and her drive. And she was very this is the way it is, and you're going to like it or you're not. But then she would second guess herself. But we had a great relationship and we could communicate and talk about things. Anyways, but I had things to do. When she was not there, she would literally give me a piece of paper, long lists of things I had to check off. And she knew that I was going to get it done. And I did, every time. And you know what happened? She gave me other people's work. Let me tell you about working for other people and them giving you other people's work. I'm sorry that girl over there couldn't get done what you wanted her to do, but that's not right that now I have extra responsibilities because she didn't do her job, right? But I was motivated by making her proud of me. And so when I left my job, I thought, I'm going to make me proud of me. I'm going to do all the things. If I can do it at this job and I can be focused and dedicated, then I can sit down and I can do all the things I need to do. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to make tons of money and I'm going to show her who's boss. And I'm just going to, I'm going to do it. I'm tired of giving my life to someone else. I'm tired of not making any money. My time is more valuable. And then what I realized is that I'm a wing 7, and I do not want to have a schedule. I don't like a schedule. I don't want to have a schedule. I know what I need to do, and eventually I'll get it done. Right? Anybody else like that? Anybody? Raise your hand. Please don't be me. Just by myself. So, I have ADD, and a lot of people say they do, but they probably don't. But also they might, because our world is full of crazy chaos, and it's really hard to know where to focus your attention because we have all kinds of distractions. But I've had ADD for a long time. I didn't find out that I had it until I was, I don't even know, like in my mid to late 20s, and I'm 34. I took medicine for a short period of time, which was amazing. I had a different job then, and I had a job that I made my own schedule, and it was really hard for me to have the numbers and the productivity that I needed because I had a really hard time focusing. And so I would get overwhelmed with times and schedules and all the things. And so I started taking medication. And when I started taking medication, I only took it for about a month. But I kid you not, when I say that month I earned a bonus for being overproductive, which was the opposite of whatever I was, like every other time. But I learned that I had the capability of doing it if I chose to. And even though I stopped taking that medication because I didn't like the way that it made me feel, I learned that I could do hard things. I also learned when I joined Scentsy, probably like a little bit after that, that I could hit goals. I could meet expectations. I could hit goals. I could be a boss without being who everyone else was. I was different. I was not who everyone else was. I did not have the ability to sit still and work and just keep going and going and going without distractions, without feeling contained, without getting frustrated, without thinking about a million other things. And I'm not saying that that's all like ADD, and I'm not giving myself an excuse. So I want you to be understanding about that, because some of that is just a lot of my personality. I also touch my hair a lot. I fixed it. I curled it for you guys. But I want you to understand that we all have a personality. Our personality comes from how we grew up. Our personality comes from our brain. These are not scientific facts because I'm not a scientist, but these are things I've learned through my social work career and through my Scentsy career and learning lots of different people and training and coaching. So I have, I'm going to get to the really good stuff, so don't leave, okay? Because there's really good stuff coming. This is a little bit about my story because I want you to understand who I am and how I made it work. So, I've always been very messy, and that is also another thing that comes with it. But I've also been very messy, very unorganized. I told you at the beginning of the video, my sister-in-law organized my office last week because I can't do it. And I finally just said to her, do you want to organize my office? And she did. She came in here and she did the thing like super fast. That's a strength that she has. It is not a strength that I have. I've started hiring people to clean, not like all the time, but like to deep clean because I have zero desire to do it. It's not interesting to me, so I don't want to do it. I mean, I do what I need to do, but I've decided that it's worth it for me to not have to stress about that. So there are things that I've done. Okay, let me backtrack to where I was because I feel like I'm starting to scroll. Okay, so I left my job. I thought I was going to have it all figured out, and I didn't. And then I got pregnant, and then I had a baby, and then I had a toddler, and now I have a 3-year-old who doesn't go to preschool until August 9th. And yes, I'm going to write it in my calendar. I'm going to count down the days. Not because I don't love him, but because he needs social interaction. He needs to go to preschool. He needs to learn more than I can teach him. And I need some time to do the things that I need to do. And that's not because I want him gone. I want to be with him 24/7. And a lot of my frustration and a lot of my feelings of inadequacy, because everyone has those feelings, I'm telling you, every person watching this, every person in this video, in this group, feels inadequate in one way or another. It's just human nature. That's part of life. It's you know, it's part of the devil. I mean, I think most of it is just the devil. If you believe in that kind of thing, if you don't believe in that thing, that's just nature. That's how it works. And so I have started learning what that looks like when we start to fight that, and why I know I'm not inadequate, and why I know that I can do hard things, and why I know that I'm a good mom, and why I know that I'm a good wife, even though a lot of times I say I'm not, and I say I suck at life. That's not fair to treat myself that way when I've accomplished so much, just like it's not fair for you to tell yourself that you're not adequate, because you are. Ooh, here it comes. It's coming. Okay, it's coming. Okay. Chelsea, don't be so nice to me. I love you. So, I don't even know where to start because I'm so excited to tell you guys all of these things. So, I've had to learn how to manage having a business, being a mom, and having a son. And when I hit SSD, I realized this is real. This is happening. This is very real. I have very real responsibilities. I can make a lot of money. But in order for me to do that, because let me tell you, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a multi-level marketing business. And when you're in a multi-level marketing business, you have to work your tush off to continue to be at the top of the food chain. That sounded really bad. I didn't mean like the top of the food chain, like you're going to eat all the people at, oh my gosh, that was horrible. What I mean is that if you're going to be at the top, you got to work to be at the top. There's no money coming to you unless you're putting in the time and the effort and the work. So what do I do if I'm a hot mess? Let me ask that question again. What do I do if I'm a hot mess? Can I still be successful? Am I still worthy of making lots of money? Am I still worthy of leading hundreds and maybe thousands of people when I myself am a hot mess? The answer is yes. Yes. And you know why? It's just like that video that I posted where you close your eyes and you take a deep breath in and you put your hands on your heart and you feel your heartbeat, or you hear it pounding in your ear if you have high blood pressure, and you exhale and you let all of that pressure out of your body, and you have to come to terms with, I'm still alive. And if I'm still alive, then I am worth it. Because there are people who depend on me, and the first person that depends on me is myself. Don't accept being just a normal person. Like, don't accept that you can just be a certified consultant because that's all you'll ever be. Don't say to yourself, well, I went to college and I dropped out. Maybe that's your story. That's okay. Don't say, well, I went to trade school and I wasn't smart enough and I couldn't figure it out. Don't say, I dropped out of high school and I just got my GED and I'm not good enough. There's no way I'm ever going to make the kind of money that some of these people make. I've seen that girl. I've seen the cars she drives. I know what she drives, and I know where she came from. She didn't come from like a dirty house. She didn't come from parents who had way too high expectations. She came from a good, loving home where everything was perfect. No. It's not necessarily true. You don't know where that girl's been. You don't know, or man, or guy, whoever. You don't know where they've been. You don't know their story. You see their success, but you don't know what happened to get there. I'm very passionate about this. I'm starting a YouTube channel about it, and I'm really excited. We can get to that later. But you don't know their story. Because their story is a story of overcoming. It does not matter where you came from. What matters is the person that you are and the person that you're willing to work to become and the work that you're willing to do. I don't care if you're a hot mess express. I care that you care about your business, and I care that you don't make excuses all the time. It's easy to make excuses. I make all the excuses too. My friend Angela just hopped on. She can tell you we're besties, and she will tell you that I am a hot mess, and I make excuses, and I complain like a freaking lot. I'm a complainer. But here's the thing. I try not to sit in all of that disgust, and I try to move forward. And when I tell you that I had a hard week, I had a hard bleeping week. A hard week. And not because I can't do hard things, but because hard things are freaking hard. They're hard. That's life. That's the way life goes. If I was still working where I worked every day and I was so freaking miserable not because of the people, but because I was in a job that I was not able to do the things that I wanted to do. And I decided that my life was worth taking a chance. I'm not denying that I have a husband who is a teacher and who had a salary and income that I knew that we could rely on. Let me be honest about that. I will be honest. I told you, I'm very basic. There's nothing special. I said there's nothing special about me the other day, and Stacey Behringer said, not to say that. And I don't mean it in a bad way. What I mean by that is I'm your everyday average person who reached the top rank of a huge, almost billion-dollar company. And I did it. Guys, I did it. And I did it because, yes, lots of really great, amazing things happened to me, but I never gave up. Could you imagine? Could you imagine what would happen if I had given up? Let's just think about that for a second. Let's think about if I would have given up because in the first year that I joined Scentsy, because I never recruited one person in the first year. And I said, this ain't for me. I am not good at this. I'm terrible at this. And I suck. So I'm going to quit. I don't think this is for me. I'll never be able to add to my team. That's a lie. If I would have fell for the lie and quit, there are 900 and something people. I haven't checked the numbers lately. It was like 910 last time I looked. It's probably like 930. If I would have quit, there are 900 and something people whose stories could be different. The person who quit their jobs, because when I started Scentsy, hello from Australia. When I started Scentsy, I was working 2 jobs, and then I added Scentsy. So I was doing 3 jobs because I went to an expensive college, which I'm not using now, but I met my sponsor in college, so it was worth it. I had a lot of debt because I had no clue what I was doing with my money. I sold my precious Jeep that I bought, and I loved every second of that Jeep. Sorry, I keep burping. And I'm a like legit real person. Like, I burp. It happens. And I was working my entry-level position job with 4 or 5 years of experience. Literally, I had so much experience, and I was in an entry-level position. Because that's the way the world works, right? You're just an entry-level position because you don't have a higher education. Even though I went to college for 4 years and paid billions of dollars, not billions, but a lot. Anyways, I'm sidetracking. So, what would happen to those 900 people? Sure, maybe they would have found someone else to join under. Sure, their story could be really great still. But the mom who had a baby and quit her jobs and is able to stay home and take care of her kid and be an amazing leader to her team. It's that girl who never traveled or went anywhere until she joined Scentsy and started earning trips and realized that she could do hard things, but it didn't have to be hard. And that's the other thing. This is the bulk of what I want to talk about. And it's 8:10, so I'm gonna try to give it another 20 minutes. I've heard a lot from a lot of people that they see all of these people doing these amazing things, and then they don't feel like they're good enough. That literally like brings tears to my eyes. And it does because I am a person that knows what that feels like. I think everybody does. But when you get to a higher level, it's going to be impossible that you don't see people who are amazing at what they do. It doesn't matter what industry you work in. Modeling, acting. Can you imagine being an actor and going to LA trying to make it big, and you're just a small fish in a big old pond with lots of Botox? I'm kidding. Botox is fine. I haven't done it, but it would be nice. You're just a little fish in a big pond, and there's all these amazing people, and why would they choose you? Well, because you're different. Because you stand out. Because you work hard. Because you make things happen. Because you're worth it. Because you matter. Because you never gave up. If you've ever heard Lizzo tell her story, she used to live in her freaking car. Lizzo lived in her car. And now she has a beautiful home and a thriving career. It's insane. Like the stories that people tell. It's like Oprah has all this story. I don't know all of Oprah's story because she's not my favorite, but mostly because, remember what I said? I said I don't like to follow other people, and everybody are about, like, all the people are about Oprah, and I just am not about Oprah. I mean, I like her. She does lots of good things, just like Ellen. I do like Ellen because I think she's freaking hilarious. Okay, so I keep hearing this same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, that all these people are doing all these things, and they want to do all the things just like all these people, but they're so overwhelmed that they don't know where to start. And they're looking at all these people and they're going, I can't do that. I don't have enough money. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have a fancy car. I don't have, I don't even have a computer. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a printer. I just have a phone. And I can't do what those people do. I can't afford a subscription to this and that and everything else. Guys, let me tell you, subscription life, dude, it's for real. It is overwhelming how many subscriptions you can have these days. But when we look at all of those people doing all of those things, those people aren't doing all the things. They came up with a system and one idea, and they did that. Right? Think about it. Like, those people that you see aren't doing all the things. They picked something, or they created something. And you might be sitting there saying, I'm not creative. Well, neither am I. I'm really not creative. And some people say, I hate when people say they're not creative. Everybody's creative. No, not everybody's creative. We all have moments. I believe that. But that doesn't mean that we're always creative. Or that we're all creative. I am not. I don't come up with lots of things. Today, I learned this. So I'm going to teach you about this. I'm going to tell you right now what this is. So there's a website, and it's called Linktree. And if you go to Linktree, it's like legitimately the easiest thing that you can do. And I haven't done it. You know why? Because I've been so overwhelmed. I didn't want to be like everyone else and have a Linktree. That's so dumb. If you're like me and you think like that, don't. It's not smart. It's not effective. I like efficiency. And if I'm going to do something, I want it to be efficient. Like, I don't want to sit at my desk for hours and not get anything accomplished. Which is why I just don't sit at my desk. Because if I'm not going to get anything accomplished, I'm not going to sit at my desk. I'm going to spend time with my kid. Because that's, let me be real honest, I'm a Scentsy consultant because I want to be home with my kid. And while I might be a little excited that he's going to preschool, I'm mostly excited because I know what he's going to learn in preschool. And me having time to myself or getting work done is an added bonus. Because I love that kid. It took me 4 years to get that kid. I quit my job so that when I had that kid, I would be able to stay with him forever. So that I was prepared when he came. I worked really, really hard months before he was born, so that when he was born, I didn't feel an overwhelming amount of pressure to live up to anyone else's expectation, because I wanted to enjoy my baby. And when I say I worked really hard, I mean, I spent a ton of time reaching out to my customers. And maybe you're saying, Sarah, I have 10 customers. Great. That's amazing. You have 10 customers. That's 10 more than some people have. That's fantastic. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to just say, I have 10 customers and only 10 customers? Are you going to sit around and talk about how you only have 10 customers? Are you going to treat them like crap because they're only 10 customers and they might order like once a month and they might be like $20 orders? So you're going to treat them poorly because that's all you got, and you feel bad about yourself, and you feel bad that nobody else is getting on your website and ordering because you've posted 40 times today. It's not their job to pay you. It's not their job to order from you because they're your customer. It is your job to take care of them. How do you do that? When you are basic, like me, let me show you. Okay. So it took me a really long time to get a good foundation of customers, and that took some trial and error, and it took a whole lot of time and effort, but it happened, and I had to learn how to be different. So you see this? This is the thank you card. Somebody take a picture. I feel real cute right now. Okay. This is a thank you card. This is a stamp. They're Halloween stamps. Get over it. This is a stamp. Aren't they cool? They're so cute. And this is an envelope. So here's what you do. You take this card. You open it. You take this pen. And you write, "Dear Sally, I'm so grateful for you. You have no idea how much that $20 order meant to me. Thank you so much for choosing me as your Scentsy consultant." You close it. Well, you sign your name. Love, Sarah. You sign your name. You put it in this cute little tie-dye envelope. Like that. You take one of these stamps and you put it right here. And then you put it in your mailbox and you flip the flag that says, "Hey, I have mail in me." And Christina, and you send it to your customer. "Well, Sarah, I don't have their address. I didn't ask for their address because we were at a home party and they didn't put their address." Okay. So you're going to text your host, "Hey, I need so-and-so's address so that I can send them a thank you card." Boom. Okay. I also have a secret that I'm going to share with you in just a minute. Okay. This is called an order form. I am not doing this to be sound like a jerk. I'm saying these are very basic things. This is the way that I live my life. Basic. Nobody is telling you to get a subscription to anything. Okay, they might tell you to, but nobody is making you do any of that stuff. What they're telling you is to utilize the resources that you have. And let me just tell you, if you want to be a part of a company who utilizes the resources, that's us. Because Scentsy provides us with so many things. Okay, so you just want them to fill this out. So they don't have to put everything. If you don't want them to put everything, you don't have to have them. But here's the thing. Christina says, "I think we forget sometimes too that it's okay to work backwards. Even if we skipped a few steps, let's go back and ask." Yes, 100%. And you know what? The other thing I want to add to that is that just because you didn't talk to them for 3 months, that doesn't mean they don't want to hear from you. And that was a mistake that I made. I made that mistake so many times for so many years that I thought that I was bothering them, or I thought that they didn't want to talk to me. That was a lie that I told myself because I didn't understand. But the truth of the matter is that your customers want to hear from you, and they want to hear from you often. And the reason they want to hear from you is because they love you. Did you know that? Yes, I highlight the crap out of that stuff. The name and order and stuff. When you're at a party, highlight it all and tell them you're going to give them a free scent circle if they fill it all out. But you don't have to because you're basic. So you can tell them you're going to give them a free sample. And all you have to do is take a knife to this, break it, take a knife, and cut a little piece off and put it in a tiny little baggie for $2 at the Hoblob, and you have a sample. And they got a sample, and you got their info. Bam, done. Right? It's simple, guys. It's so simple. It is not complicated. It is not hard. It's simple. But no one told you that, did they? Well, maybe they told you, but maybe they didn't tell you how it's simple. Okay. Backtrack. Let me get back on my life. Okay. I'm going to show you something that's a little more advanced, okay? And it does have a subscription, but it doesn't have to. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this. I'm not making you do this, but I'm showing it to you because it's really awesome. Okay, so I have don't you love my custom pop socket and my dirty phone? This is called a popple. P-O-P-L. This little popple is kind of like a QR code. And what you do is you meet someone. I did this 2 days ago or yesterday. Can't remember. I think it was yesterday. I bought a dryer at a scratch and dent place because I like to save money. That's how I roll. And I don't care if my washer and dryer matches because I'm tired of doing 2 cycles of drying. This is a popple. What you do is you put this on the back of your phone case. You put it on a keychain. You can put it on your computer. You can put it on your earring. I don't care where you put it. You put it wherever you want to put it. And what happens is you meet somebody and you say, oh, hey, oh, blah, 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 Scentsy. And I gave her a business card. And I was like, that's dumb. I have a popple. Why would I just give her a business card? So I said, tap your phone, the top of your phone right here. Tapped it. And it came up with some error. And I was like, oh, great, this is going to be a disaster. And then she did it again. And she popped it. And what pops up? Every freaking thing that I am on. So it pulls up all the things. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you have Twitter. I don't have Twitter. TikTok, Venmo, texting, email, my website to my whole entire, the website that we have, like, what else am I supposed to call it? The website, our Scentsy website that we pay $10 a month for, that thing, it comes up to that. And what does she start doing? She has her phone in her hand and she starts scrolling. And she's scrolling through my website. Literally within seconds of me telling her that I do this thing. I saw her crappy warmer and I said, we're not going to talk about it. Literally, that's what I said. I said, oh, I saw that, but we're not going to talk about it. And I sat down my business card and she popped my popple. It's popped my popple. That sounds inappropriate. Okay. So it's like a sticker. They tap their phone on it twice. Boop, boop. Like this. And it pulls up like a little thing on the top of their phone. Like when you go to a restaurant and you scan it with your camera. Like a QR code. Like this. It works kind of the same way. And so you scan it and then they click on it. And what happens is it goes to all of the apps and things that you're a part of. Connecting. Okay, I'm back. Okay, and it goes to like all the things. So she instantly was able to connect. So she clicked connect, and I wish I could show you the picture. But what happened was she clicked connect. So when I got, I just bought it, I bought it from their website. I actually bought one for Christina for Christmas too. But I just bought it on their website. I found them on Instagram. They kept popping up in my Instagram, which is really weird because I'm not whatever generation we're in right now. That's not me. So techie things are just not me. Like I literally just made a link tree today. And so, yeah, definitely look it up on Instagram because you can see all the cool things. And they also have a Facebook page. And if you go, I think It's not popple.com because I tried that and it's not. So just go look at it and do your research because it's an amazing tool that I think that every single person should have. Well, consultants. I mean, I don't think my husband needs one. He better not be going out and giving all his information to people or I will hunt them down. Anyways. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Linktree, super simple. You just go to the Linktree website. You set up a free account. It's free because I'm tired of paying for all the stuff. It is super pretty and there's so many colors. And anyway, so you go to this thing, you can pick a background for free. And then I needed a QR code that I could stick onto catalogs that I'm going to put in a salon. My friend just opened her own salon. And so now she can do things like that. Whereas before they were kind of weird about it. And so I also am going to leave this because it totally fits. They're called Popple, P-O-P-L. So I have this little basket. This I think I got from Hobby Lobby too. Maybe not. Michael's maybe? It was $8 or something. So it was probably cheaper than that because I always have to have a coupon. Okay? So inside of this little thing here, and this is really not what I was going to talk about, but here's the thing. I'm so basic, but I'm learning how to be basic in a basic way. If that makes sense. Because I'm tired of watching all these people do all these creative things and I feel so like whatever. So I want you to know how to do the simple things because these are simple. These are very simple things that you can do on your own. You don't need anybody to tell you how to do this. You don't have to make a super cute graphic. This isn't a super cute graphic. This is a sticker that I bought. If you don't have a sticker, don't buy a sticker. If you don't have the money to buy these stickers, don't buy them. Basic. You can print them on a piece of paper and cut them like everybody else does in their life. With these, they're called scissors. Super simple. You probably have a pair. Listen, I don't care if you don't even have scissors. Your kids probably have scissors. And if your kids have scissors, you should probably take them away because they're going to cut their hair. Okay? Scissors. And just cut those little cut out pieces of paper. They don't have to be cute. Or you can buy one of these. Oh, hair. You can buy one of these. I'm glad you love me because some people don't. You can buy one of these things. I'm not like this all the time, but I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about. And it just makes little like 1-inch holes. And I think this was like $12 at the Hop Log. Super simple, super easy. And then just tape it to the front of your catalog. You don't need to do anything else. Just tape it. Okay, let me tell you something else. Before everybody started making all these really cute labels, you know what I did? I'm going to tell you, and please don't laugh at me. I wrote my name on the back and my phone number and my website. I just wrote them. I didn't do anything special. I just wrote them. And guess what? I still did it. Like, I still sold stuff. I did. I wrote it, Steph. I wrote it. Don't make fun of me. This is kind of a cute picture, too. So what I did for this girl, and here's the thing about Linktree, too. This will take them to my Linktree, which is linked to her social link, which is for anybody who goes to her salon and finds this catalog and looks through it and buys stuff, right? So they go and they buy stuff and they can click on this and then they'll be able to click on her link and go to her party page and order straight from the party page. But this also, once I add the other links, because right now I don't have them, but once I add them to the other stuff, once I add other stuff to it, then I can just use these stickers for anything. So I still have to add like my basic website because I just did this in a hurry so that I could make it. And then I didn't even get to take them to her because she never responded to me. She will, like tomorrow probably. So I just put inside of this little kit. So she has a bathroom, so I put some soap. This scent, basic. This isn't even available anymore. But it doesn't matter. You know what matters is that they try our product and they love it. So if they go to her salon and they wash their hands in the bathroom, because they're probably going to, because everyone's washing their hands right now, which they should anyways, but they are right now, they're going to try this and they're going to be like, ooh, that smells really good. They're not going to see the Bath & Body Works that she had last time I was there. They're going to see this. And if I can keep her stocked with this, which I don't care to do because it's a $6 bottle that's going to last a very long time, then you don't have to do that basic, guys. You can be super basic. You do not have to do that. But that's something that I like to do because one of our values is simplicity. I'm sorry, it's 8:30. I'm going to try to hurry. Okay. You can make samples like this. Remember those $2 bags that I talked about from Hobby Lobby? You can buy those clear bags and you can make samples just like this. Super basic, super simple, not expensive. I buy the felt from Scentsy, but you can buy the 30 or 40 cent felt from the Hobby Lobby. $3, 1 bottle of soap. My dad's trying to call me. He's got my kid, so I probably should answer. You just put a little piece of felt down in there. You squeeze a couple pumps, and then it absorbs. I think this was Christina's idea. But then it absorbs the soap. And then whenever they need to wash their hands, they simply open it up. And then they take the felt out. They run it under water, and they wash their hands with this. And I made this forever ago, so hopefully it still works. But I'm going to put samples in there. So if they really liked the soap that was in the bathroom, they could take a sample. If they wanted to, they could take a sugar scrub. This is also peppermint scent. I don't care. I really don't. And here's the thing. I had to learn to not care. And that's what I want you to understand. And I probably have said that's what I want you to understand a million times. So if I say that, that's like your cue to like write something down. I want you to understand that you use what you have. Orville has said it a bazillion times. And I will say it again right now. If you don't know who Orville is, you need to look at your catalog and read it. I will say it a million times. You do not spend your Scentsy money on Scentsy. You spend your Scentsy money on your family because that's what it's for. So if you're spending hundreds of dollars on samples and you can't afford that, don't do it. Guys, they don't need you to give them things to get them to buy things. You can use your own personal experience. You can use other people's experiences to sell things. You don't have to, whatever. Okay. I stuck some of these because I finally ordered them because I never ordered them because I don't want to. I think that they're a little bit expensive. But I don't want to make these laundry samples myself because it's just too much work. So stop worrying about what you have. Just find stuff. So I literally just threw this little party together. I had these. I already had them because I bought them when I made these samples. And I bought this size and it was too big. So I bought the smaller size. So I bought the sample kit for the new fragrances. And here's what I did. I have this, it's called a Choco Maker from the Hobby Lobby. And I use this. It needs to be like heated and scraped out. But I bought the metal one because I bought the plastic one or whatever. It was like a silicone base and it started to fall apart. So I bought this one because it's not falling. It needs cleaned. So I bought this one because I didn't want it to fall apart, and it's a freaking amazing. And you turn it to melt, and it melts really fast. And then I just made 8 sets of these samples. So I made 80 testers. I used 3 or 4. I used 4 cubes of each bar. So if you wanted to make 8 mini tester kits with your friends, you could totally do that. You could split the cost of all the little cups. You could split the cost of the bars. You could, like, what you would do is you would have one person would buy a 6-pack and the other person would buy a 6-pack, and then you would split the 5 bars. So you're both getting PRV, and you have 10. I don't know what that noise is. You know when you're alone and you hear noises and you think that somebody's in your house? Anxiety. Okay. Yes. Do not use family money on Scentsy. Scentsy money is for family. So, I highly recommend making these testers. If you don't want to make them because you're basic like me, and I've never made testers because I've seen people make them, and I've seen videos of people making them, and I am like, I'm not doing that because that's too much work. That's way too much work. I don't want to do that because they're like cooking them on the stove and like putting them in the oven and like doing all these things, and I'm like, that is too much work for me. But literally, I can melt 4 cubes of wax in this thing in no time, and all I have to do is pour them in this thing. I made stickers. These are not cute, guys. That is, oh, it's upside down. That is not cute. It's just a dragon with the word "Oh Snap Dragon." Like, they're so simple. Yeah, they're mini testers. I will try my very best to tag everything that I show you and talk about everything in the comments. I'll do my best. So if you're taking notes, maybe send me a message and say, these are all the things that you need to do, because I don't have notes. I just talk, which is why I'm going to be like I'm super long-winded. Guys, it's already been an hour. Sorry. The other leaders are going to regret this. Okay, so I just made these. It's a melon. Mad for melon. Ta-da, it's a sample. Basic. Smells good. Smells like a melon. Guys, and so I got these little baskets at the dollar spot. So I just kind of put them in there so that they weren't everywhere. And so what I did for this little salon party is I just put all 10 new bar testers in this little thing. And then I put catalogs with my information in the QR to my link tree. I put a mini fan because they're $15. So like in my head, I'm thinking if somebody steals it, because this is the 6 in me planning for things to happen. If somebody steals it at $6, it's not a big deal. Some pods, and I'll make this look really cute. And then just one little bottle of oil. And then when I get there, I'll pull out this fragrance flower. This is Amazon Rain, I think. Nope, this is Vanilla Bean Buttercream. And I'll pull out this, and I'll either put it on the tray, or I'll put it on the table, because I have an idea of where I would like to put it if she'll let me, if she doesn't care. She's got a couple places, so I think it'll be fine. And I'll put it there, and then people will see the beauty of the product. They will smell the amazingness of the product. My sweet potatoes are done. And they will be able to see all of the product in the catalog. And then if they don't even have to take the catalog, because they can click this and it will take them right to wherever they need to go. I can also use, what's it called? I can also use my Popple. My Popple has a QR code. So I made, well, let me just show you. Guys, don't reinvent the wheel either. Do not reinvent the wheel, okay? That's really cute. Okay. Love simple things. Okay. So I'm a director, and we have this share page. And somebody shared something in the share page. And she shared these cute, and I can't even remember her name, and that's so horrible. But she shared these cute little graphics that she made. And then she shared them blank. Guys, generosity. So we talked about simplicity. Generosity is when you give. It's when you take the time to show other people that they're important to you, even if it costs you a couple of dollars, right? Or even if it, whatever. I literally just took what she made and I made it my own. And then I put this down at the bottom, and it says, scan me. And they can order from this link, because it is, or this, well, this goes to my Popple, which takes them to the website. but it will also connect them to my website, to my Instagram, to my Facebook. So if, I mean, all the people that are getting this are pretty much people I know anyways, but if I print, this is just cardstock. These aren't special. I didn't, sorry, people are texting me and it's distracting me. Angela. I didn't print these on Vistaprint. I didn't take them to Staples. I just printed them on my computer at home. They're a little fuzzy, but that's okay. If they can't read it, they can just message me and ask me what it says. Because I'm not redoing it. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm so simple and I'm so basic. Why would I want to spend all of my time doing things that nobody else is going to appreciate? Because my customers don't know what all of other Scentsy consultants are doing. They have no clue that there are Scentsy consultants out there who make really cute stuff and I don't. They don't know that because they don't care. They don't care, guys. They don't care what other consultants are doing. They care that you take care of them. That's it. That's all they care about. They care that you love them and that you appreciate them. That's why you're going to send them a thank you card. I don't know what level you guys are. I have no clue. Some of you are essential probably, which means you just started. Some of you are certified. Some of you are all the other things I'm not going to list out. And I hope and I pray that you take some time in your life to consider why you're doing what you're doing. So here we go. I'm going to give a little sermon about believing in yourself, and then we're going to be done. Okay. When we're done, I want you to look in your mirror. You don't have to look in your mirror if you don't want to. I don't care. And I just want you to think about all the things that you've accomplished. What have you done in your life? Man, I'm getting a little bit emotional. It's been a hard week. I'm very passionate about this because if you don't see that you are really freaking special, then why should I see that I'm really special? Or anybody else that everybody knows. Sorry, I didn't know this was going to happen. I haven't felt emotional today at all, but I feel very passionate about what I'm talking about. And the reason I feel passionate about it is because I see people not believe in themselves and it breaks my heart. And I've been there. I was there a couple of days ago. I was scared out of my mind that I wasn't going to be able to do something that I knew in my heart I could do. It makes no sense for you not to believe in yourself. You've done everything in your life. Nobody has done it for you. Well, maybe some of you, I don't know. But I'm guessing if you join Scentsy, you probably aren't the heir to some big throne. You're not a duke or you didn't come from a Viscount lifestyle. That's a Bridgerton little thing. I'm guessing that if you joined Scentsy, it's because you needed it. There was a reason that you joined. And if you forget why you joined and you quit, I'm going to be really mad at you. Because you're worth it. You're worth every single decision that you make. You're worth every single thing. There is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be successful. You should. The only thing that's holding you back is you. If I can tell you these things, if I can hit Superstar Director with very little confidence, I mean, I have it now, and sometimes it likes to hide in the corner and make me come find it, that really pisses me off. But it like goes away, and it gives me this, it gives me these moments that I have to think about all the things that I've done. I have like legit tears rolling down my face, and I'm about to start ugly crying, and I don't want to do that, okay? So promise me that you will believe in yourself, and that you will tell everyone else to believe in you too. Because if they don't believe in you, that's on them, dude. That's on them. If they don't support you, oh shit. If they don't support you, that's on them. Prove them wrong. Tell them who's boss. I'm basic, and I'm a boss. And you can be basic, and you can be a boss. I could go on forever, and I could continue to tell you this for about the next 3 hours. But I can't, because Heidi and Orville are going to go live, and I really want to see them, and my kid's not here to distract me, and my husband's not here to distract me, and I don't know why I'm crying. Sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will read all of them later, probably cry some more. Guys, I am not special. And while some people might disagree with me, nobody else is either. Every single person has talents, and they have motivation. If they don't, they find it. You are the kind of special you make yourself. Guys, there are people out there who do things. Nick Stenasso, I think that's his name. He legit has one arm and like one finger. He doesn't have any legs. He doesn't have an arm. But somehow he has managed to find gratitude in his heart. He has a beautiful wife or girlfriend or fiance, I don't know who she is. And he's doing things that matter. If he can do things that matter, then so can you. And I'm going to tell you, like they told me in church today, if you want to be significant, it's not going to be about you. You can't make it about you. If you want to grow your team and you want to become a superstar director, you can't make it about you, dude. I've done it. I'm not gonna, there's no reason for me to lie. I'm not saying don't focus on your goals. I'm not saying don't think about the fact that like one day you can have financial freedom because you worked really hard and you hit a title. That's amazing. But you're still gonna have to work. So if you don't want to work, then you should quit. Because it's just, sorry. Like, but it doesn't have to be hard. And it doesn't have to be stupid. And you can still be passionate and joyful. What matters to me is that you believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It doesn't matter what anyone else tells you, because you know who you are. If you believe in your heart that you're a good person, that you do good things, and you know that to be true, then you shouldn't feel bad or sad about yourself. You should be proud of yourself. I don't care if you live under a bridge. There are things that you can be proud of every single day. Every single day. Okay, I want to keep going, but I feel like I've said enough and I've cried enough. I really appreciate your support and your love, and this post is going to be, this video, you keep going, okay, this video will be posted. Of course, I'm going to save it and I'm going to add it to my YouTube channel, which is brand new. My Instagram is Sincerely Sara, SCENTCERELY, Sara, SARA. That's my Instagram. I don't post a whole lot, but I have been adding to my stories lately. Again, I'm basic. Like, you're not gonna see like, you know those people, like, you go to their Instagram and they have like these tiny little bitty like points because they have like the longest Instagram in the history of forever. Yeah, that's not me. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, go back and watch it from the beginning. Although you might be like, how did we get there from the beginning? How did we get to her like bawling her eyes out in front of all these people? And then, you know. But my YouTube channel is called Warming Up with Sincerely Sara. I'm starting it because I want people to have the opportunity to share their story. Every consultant's story is different. And I want people to see how you can become successful and how you can learn and grow. Whether it's 2 years or it's 10, everybody's story is different. Some people sit at Star Director for 9 years. Why don't they quit? Because they know what's coming, y'all. It doesn't matter if it's in 9 years. They want their life to be significant. It's not about success. It's about significance. And if we live our God-living truth, and we live the life that God created for us, my beliefs, you don't have to believe that. I'd like for you to, but you don't have to. If we live it out the way that God wants us to, our lives can be significant and not just successful. But you have to make it about other people and not yourself. That's really hard to do because our human nature and the way that we are raised, our society, everything tells us that that's the way we're supposed to be. That we're supposed to be these super selfish people who are out for ourselves, who take care of us. And I've been doing that for way too long, y'all. I don't know about you, but we got to be better. We just really have to be better. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. My first YouTube channel will be up. I'm not like trying to plug my YouTube channel, and I don't make anything off it, so it's not like it's not like cross promotion or anything. But I do think it's going to be really beneficial to a lot of people. I don't know. I'm going to do the first video this week, but I don't know exactly when it'll be posted. So you'll just have to keep checking for that. But it's Warming Up with Sincerely Sara is what it's called. I think that's it. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you feel like you're not alone, because you're not, because there are far more people like us than there are the people you see every day who you think are incredible and have no insecurities at all. There are a lot of people who are normal, just like you. Normal might be a stretch, but there are a lot of people who question themselves, but they still make it, and they're still successful. And if I can be an SSD, so can you. Love you guys.